Good afternoon. This is Sean with another Vlogmas video. So we're going to have a discussion about the last episode of Married to Medicine. And I'm going to title this, Do Your Work, Iyanla Style, and There is No Such Thing as Relationship Goals, okay? So, I wanted to pinpoint when in the beginning of the episode, Dr. Heavenly goes to see her anger management therapist, and they're back from Antigua, and he takes her on this breathing meditation type exercise, and it makes her cry, and she comes to this epiphany that her anger towards Mariah isn't towards Mariah, but it's towards unresolved, unfinished business with her sister that she has been harboring since they were little kids. Now, we're going to say that she has been angry for over 30-something years, because I'm going to assume she's in her early, maybe mid-40s. And she was saying how her sister always lied on her, and when anytime she feels disrespect or being lied to, it triggers that little girl in her that was lied to and disrespected, and that it brings out the anger that is projected onto Mariah, but it's really about her sister. So, I mean, listen, we all have some junk that we have to work out, and it take us a while. I don't think that it's 100% true. I do feel that she does have some warranted anger towards Mariah. They both have not been kind to each other, and the fact that she has some clarity or this epiphany about having a sit down. Now, obviously, you have to get permission, but maybe offline she should really sit down with her sister and hash out her issues, and not so much have to sit down with Mariah. They're going to do it because she needs the screen time, and it's to get the storyline going. But moving forward to the next episode, even if she does apologize to Mariah, I don't think that it's going to be resolved, because, you know, we all know that Mariah likes to go online and talk about stuff, and she's sitting there on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, and she's sitting there talking with her sister and all that stuff. So I don't know if it's going to be resolved, because a person could say, you know, I want to bestow an apology, but if you feel like you get stabbed in the back afterwards, then it's like, what's the point? You can just say your piece and just go, we can just be cordial, but we'll never be friends. We'll be colleagues, and that's the end of it. And as long as you don't say anything that's going to trigger me to be angry, I won't say anything to trigger you to be angry. Maybe that's how they're going to have to go. And so, you know, it's important to do the work, because if you don't do the work, it comes out in other ways. It comes out to other people. So, you know, that was really good that she at least came to that realization that she's got some unfinished business with her sister. Okay, so now this bogus storyline with Cecil and Dr. Simone. Now they're going to be back in the house, and they had the Mi Casa Su Casa party to give everybody a formal statement that they are back living under the same household and all that stuff. I guess that's okay. Something that Dr. Heavenly said, and I can kind of get it, but there should be like this realization. And she was like, you know, you guys, we looked up to you as a couple, and if you guys can't make it, because we thought you were rock solid, if you guys can't make it, then there's no hope for us. Well, I can kind of understand that, because when you have a group of friends and you're a group of couple friends, and a couple is going to break up, you do know that there's going to be a dynamic shift towards, you know, the situation. But I think you also should know that couples only allow you to see what they want you to see. And, you know, last season, this issue with Cecil's best friend, who Dr. Simone knows, who seemed to have infiltrated in their marriage, that was never discussed. I mean, I was trying to understand, how did you go from one season celebrating 20 years of marriage and that you're in love with this person, and then the next season he's not loving, he's not kind, you only see him as one way, and he's not a nice person like you think. I wasn't understanding why we were lovey-dovey on the couples trip, and then the following season we're announcing we're getting a divorce in a year. And that's because people are only going to let you see what they want you to see. And if they want you to see that they're rock solid, and then they have no choice now than to tell you that there were some serious issues. Obviously there wasn't, well, I won't say. It is implied that there might have been boundaries crossed, and maybe for Cecil, maybe there was an emotional infidelity going on, whereas he may have not slept with her, but he obviously was giving his time, his heart, his emotions, talking about his feelings, and doing all of those things to his best friend and not to his wife. And so that's why she felt unloved, and she felt he was being unkind, because there was a disconnect and he was putting his energy on his friend and not towards his wife. I can see that being an issue. But to say, well, if y'all can't make it, then there's no hope for us. No, you need to have your own goals. You think about it. I know a lot of people get fawned over, people who've been married for 40, 50 years, but if you sit down and you talk to anybody, you'll find out that there was some serious business that went on. Very few stories you hear is an actual, you know, love story where they never fought and every day was great. You hear about it. But more often than not, okay, here's a good example. I was scrolling online, and then I was seeing a video about David and Tamela Mann. And you may know David Mann from, was it one of the Tyler Perry shows? And Tamela Mann was with Kirk Franklin, and then she did her song "Take Me to the King," of that stardom. And evidently they have 4 children. They've been married 30 years. They actually started working on the book when they had hit their 25th wedding anniversary. They have 4 children, and 2 of them are outside babies, meaning he fathered 2 children outside the marriage. And when the second one came, it was within the 5th year of their marriage. A mother's job is never done. I was waiting for my son to let me know, and I was hoping to be done with this video, but that's how it goes. Okay, so she said, I accepted the first baby, but this second baby, she was like, I think this is gonna break this. I don't know how much more I can take, how this is gonna break me. And so he said, you know, we're gonna do whatever, I'm committed. And and you know, it's you and I against the world. Now I would have said it was you against me, because you truly don't care enough about me not to do it once but twice, but that's just me. But that's how they got the title of their book. Now, to look at them, they are a Christian couple. They've been married for a long time. Now that I have told you that information, are they relationship goals? I don't know. I guess it depends on what you find to be a goal. But the truth of the matter is that there was infidelity in this marriage, and yes, they were able to get over that and to stick through. But I don't know, not relationship goals for me. One baby, two babies out of the marriage, and this was in the 5 years. I personally wouldn't have stuck around, but that's not relationship goals. But people find them to be relationship goals. So, you have to decide what your own goals are. What is your thing, and what it is you're going to withstand and withhold and all of that. I mean, and even in the real world, I mean, you cannot look at other people's relationships, because you're never going to get the inner workings of a relationship. And then even if they are on the surface relationship goals, what is it you're willing to go through? I personally would not be willing to go through two babies outside of my marriage. You never know. Just like you don't know what this person had to do to make their money. Some people get in awe about multimillionaires, or what they think is highly successful people based on their money. Well, but what is it? Is it at what cost did they get to that situation? Did they reach that? And are you willing to pay that cost? Because not everybody's willing to do what it takes to get to the cost. This person may have a lot of money, but their relationships with their family is in shambles. Well, my relationship with my family is more than the money for me. If that meant that I'm going to be working 20-hour days and never seeing my family, not building relationships, and then when I make my money, I don't have a family to look at because I never built into my family, no, that's not the price I want to pay. So, you have to think about that. So let me know in the comments. What do you think about what I said about doing the work with Dr. Heavenly? And what do you say about relationship goals? And some people, I realize that we look at couples and celebrity couples and even people in our own families that you think are relationship goals. But the truth of the matter is that if somebody is willing to share with you what they have gone through, would it be a goal for you that you'd want to attain after all? That's the big question. So let me know in the comments. Happy Vlogmas. Take care of each other, yourself and each other, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.